Yeah. It's crazy how you can not know somebody, but when they pass away, it affects you or affect the way you look at things. Wayne, let's get it.
Damn, I miss Nipsey, Mac Miller, and Kobe. Shit just ain't the same, and it's wrecking my brain. Fuck the fame, man, it's not why I came. My aim is much higher, you wouldn't understand. You busy with these hoes and chrome tires. Peasant shit, nothing I desire. Maybe before when I was immature, but I'm destined for more, the essence of a hero. But a Gemini and the other face is Kratos. Get the fuck about my way, bro, give a fuck about how'd your day go. If it don't pay dough, I'm trying to feed the fam. I told them I had a plan, and I can't fall short. I gotta take off like I'm Luka, Doncic, you know, 207 mil on the deal. Yeah, cause shit is real out here. Government stripping rights, I fear. So I'm gripping the mic, give them a load of my freedom of speech. I know that you feeling the heat and it's all me. Sheesh. I've been out here all on my own, trying to get in my zone just to put the city on now. It's mine now. I've been out here all on my own, trying to get in my zone just to put the city on now. It's mine now. Bag it and tag it as a classic. These niggas is average. They thought I couldn't miss before. Watch me skyrocket my average. I mastered my talents by watching the masses, crafting my own elements. Now look at this guy, or a supernova explosive, popping the top off of rappers with a pen dog. I John Wick y'all, cause you're nothing but a lapdog in the backyard, acting like you trap hard for the gram to get a grand. This is sad, find your identity, cause that's a fatality. Just saying, quit the capping, I know that I'm snapping. They snapping pics, I just live in the moment. Better yet, on my Jill Scott, living life like it's golden. What I got is potent, putting rappers on notice. I'm just saying, quit the capping, I know that I'm snapping. They snapping pics, I just live in the moment. Better yet, on my Jill Scott, living life like it's golden. What's up? I've been out here all on my own, trying to get in my zone just to put the city on now. It's mine now. I've been out here all on my own, trying to get in my zone just to put the city on now. It's mine now. Although solo nights, night was created, infatuated with the art of the rhyme. Telling stories with metaphors really kept me alive. What a beautiful high. You can call me optimist, just don't call it my prime. And I know I've been missing in action. Sorry, I was fighting depression and fear of losing my passion, but look at this magic. This is crack off the stove like I'm Hove, and I'm selling it in bulk like it just got off the boat. Shout out to the folks who hold me down from Baltimore to Texas. This is power of the blessings. Faith in my heavenly Father, I never second guessed him. That's just out of the question. My brother Paul been killing demons with the word when I tell him that I've been stressing. So I keep them close like a weapon. Not really sure when it's turned in my confessions, but now you know. I've been out here all on my own, trying to get in my zone just to put the city on now. It's mine now.
I've been out here all on my own, trying to get in my zone just to put the city on now. It's mine now.
What's up, y'all? What's up?
Well, we're
It's
live.
your-
Oh, okay.
Oh, look at that. It's your boy TGK here with Sticks on episode 30 of the Midnight Mavness weekly podcast. Hey! Look at that.
Oh, we're applauding. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
It has been a very, very, very rough year or off season in terms of like streaming content, because it's like, what are we gonna talk about? You know, at least we're being honest about it, Sticks. At
You're
least
talking about Fat Luka.
Yeah,
Oh.
we're gonna talk about Fat Luka today for sure, for sure. Oh, they're gonna add to that. I'm already drinking water.
No. That was it.
Yeah,
That
so
was the tease, right? We're supposed to tease people, but
yeah. Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about Fat Luka. We're gonna talk about bad Cowboys. If y'all want to talk about that, it is Midnight Mavness, so this is the platform to talk about anything y'all want to talk about.
It's Midnight Mavness, not Midnight. It's not Midnight bad teams like the Cowboys.
We probably do need to make another show for that. Midnight Cow. Never mind. But yeah, man. For those that want to be on the show, like if you want to be on the show now, the link is already in the comments. Y'all definitely click the link and jump on here. Pause, jump up here, or join the stage, whatever the case may be. We're just gonna chop it up tonight, man. We're gonna have a fun conversation and try to have one. I'm not trying to come up with like things that we should talk about because there's really not much. I mean, again, Luka being fat again is one of the things that we're going to investigate here in a bit. But Sticks, anything else you got on your mind besides
No,
Luka?
man, there's nothing to talk about. I guess we can talk about the horribleness, the stupid rumor running around that the Lakers are going after Luka. Get out of here.
Yeah, that one.
It's so bad. What's wrong with these people?
Let me see where that
Wait, Daniel M doesn't want to talk about how Trey Lance threw 5 interceptions, but he's supposed to be maybe a Dak replacement.
Wait, were they playing soccer at this Goran Dragic thing?
Dude, they were doing okay. Yeah, it was like they were just like had a little small goal out there. They were kicking the ball around.
Bro, they were playing soccer on the basketball court. That's ridiculous, man.
Yeah, they were just. It was just like a bunch of boys just having fun. That's all that was.
Yeah. Oh, I see. We got
Oh, look at
hey.
I got a big amount. I took a different route. I am the big or the little.
What's up, Big J? What's up, man?
What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing? How you doing, Sticks?
Good. How about you, BJ?
I'm all right. Tired, all right.
Yeah, I think.
Hey, by the way, hey, TGK, how's your back?
My back?
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. No.
What?
No. There's no need for any other commentary.
Hey, yo.
I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did, but my ass was. Well, that comes off people were paused, I guess, on that. I was extremely sore today, and I couldn't even go to the gym because my back was killing me. So don't have 2 back surgeries, people. It doesn't do well when you try to actually do certain things.
Damn, you've had 2 of them? Shit.
Yeah, I had 2. I had 2 7 months apart.
Damn. That's tough.
Yeah, it ruptured again second time. What's up, King?
Oh, we got King in the building.
The link's already in the chat if you want to join. We're just
we got King
shit,
in the building.
So.
Look at that. Yeah, man. No, my back's fine. The only time it was like bad was after the third game of the MTT. Speaking of which, check this out.
TGK TV now presents the Mavs Twitter Tournament live from Dallas, Texas.
Man, salute the king for that, man. Salute the king for that. But yeah, no, my back was flaring up bad after the third game, and I'm glad I didn't play a fourth. But no, my back's been all right since. But,
is that because you was carrying your team? Is that what it was?
What?
You know, that might have been what it is. You know what I'm saying? My boy Dave hit me up. He's like, bro, you should do like TGK versus World, but like MTT edition where you face players from the MTT. I said, bro, I don't know if I got like I did 5 episodes of that in the heat. Like I'm not
Yeah,
retired.
you don't have to do it in
but-
the heat this time. You can do it inside this time.
Yeah, I think I'll just start doing it inside.
Outside thing.
I might start that series next week, like indoors, like because nah, I'm not built for that outdoor stuff. Like I tried, I went 4-1, pretty successful, but yeah. Big J, any topics that come to mind that you think we could talk about in this dry week of Dallas Mavericks?
I mean, I saw that Lakers thing, and I mean, that's like, yeah, whatever. I mean, everybody wants Luka. They may not want to admit it, you know what I mean? But everybody's gonna want Luka. So I don't think that's like a story.
Let me pull up this report. All right, let me pull this up. So
It's not really a
let's
report.
definitely-
It's just like
it's Kevin O'Connor.
yeah, it's him just rambling.
I got y'all. Give me a second. Here we go. So, per Kevin O'Connor, he says the Lakers have their sights set on Luka Doncic for the future. And I think I
What did
saw
Mark-
Mavericks Digest. He was
Yeah.
like, the Mavericks Digest has his eyes set on Sofia Vergara for the future.
Mm-hmm.
So, is there anything to it to y'all, like this whole thing? Like I think it's a bunch of nothing. It's a bunch of like,
You know what I bet they also
hearsay.
got their sights set on a Joker and probably Wemby.
Wemby, yeah.
Everybody else that could come available too. Look, we're bored. We have nothing to report on. Let's just throw shit on the wall and hope someone believes it and spreads it.
Yeah, the Lakers want the best player in the NBA. Oh no.
But I thought he wasn't the best player.
No, Luka's clearly the best player. Everybody know that.
No.
He just won't win MVP because, until he joins the Lakers, then he'll win MVP unanimously. That's how.
Right. Then, like, he could literally switch teams and instantly he'd be MVP.
Or if he went to New York, oh yeah. If he was a Knick, come on now.
Oh,
Stephen A. Smith, everybody would be on it. So,
Mhm.
Well, what do y'all think about this here, though?
I saw that. You need to stop doing it. He's got my jersey on. You need to stop doing it.
You got Klay Thompson jumping off of a yacht into some body of water there. Apparently, D-Live was there too. I don't know which all Maverick players were there, but apparently there was quite a bit of them. But yeah, it seems like I heard the report that a lot of the Mavs players are in Los Angeles or Las Vegas.
Vegas,
working out together.
No, but they're in LA. I thought they're in LA, right?
They're somewhere, They're somewhere. But
Somewhere.
I mean, look,
it's good to hear.
Very good
right?
investigative reporting from the.
Yeah.
didn't the yacht just sink a few days ago?
That what?
Not his yacht, but I'm saying, didn't somebody's yacht just sink a few days ago and kill everybody on board? We need to stay off of those.
Oh yeah.
What?
But
Somebody's
Clay
yacht
got a
sank?
good one. Clay
What?
got a good one though.
I'm sure the billionaire had a good one too.
True. Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, yeah, that was a good one too until it sank.
Hold on. So
No.
let me show y'all the footage of where people are calling Luka fat and everything. All right. So
Did
here's-
you see how bad he travels in that? Like they
Yeah,
there were
yeah,
no
I saw
rules,
that.
dude. It was funny
That was
though. They
pretty-
didn't call that one charge or that one block. Whatever it was. And it was because the
Yeah.
guy retiring like just falls on the ground and like with the whistle.
Yeah, so this is a play where Luka Doncic apparently looks massive here.
The paint
He
sometimes.
gets this rebound.
Little shove.
Obviously, he's
No,
not
I
going to
don't-
try hard.
Because,
But-
and I say this
Oh, wow.
especially because Luka's sitting over in the West. I'm really excited to see what kind of season he brings this.
I mean, he
Gets
definitely
down
looks
to the
pretty
paint
big.
some-
But
Yeah.
hey, let me think. Didn't we want him to stay off his knee?
Yeah.
Doesn't that mean he's probably going to gain some weight while he's staying off his knee? Just my
yeah.
thoughts. Okay, cool.
Y'all saw Zion lately?
Don't pro athletes have the ability to lose weight and get in shape pretty fast when they decide they want to do it? And he's still got 2 months before the start of the season. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, cool. I just he stay off his knee, but he's getting fat. You go not work out on your knee. Let's see if you guys get fat.
Facts. I could speak to that due to my knee. Let me see. You said Zion?
Can you?
Yeah, there's been stories. I saw 3 stories today on how much Zion lost. They say he's down to like 272.
Damn, people saying Luka looks like Zion right now. That's crazy.
Nah, Zion is ripped. But I mean, he gets ripped every season. It's in his contract, apparently.
Oh wow,
You gotta stay.
Look at this. Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
I'm actually. That's good for Zion. Wow. Like imagine if Luka had that build. You know what I'm saying? Like people.
Yeah, I think they said he's 280, but they say he's trying to get down to 272 before the season starts. But
then some big ass jerseys.
Yeah, Johnny B.
Yeah. Luka lost hella weight. I don't know. I don't think there was much of a difference. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, but you know. Hold on. We got Latte in here. Hold on.
Yeah.
Where's Latte's first comment? Let me see.
He said, "Hey," a long time ago.
Well, I didn't see it, so now I see it. What up, Latte? There we go. That way I can play this Latte sound effect.
did you put Johnny B's theme song?
What is his theme song?
I thought he had one.
No, he got the "We done with the '90s" because it sounds like him. So this is it right.
Oh, okay.
We done with the '90s and Jordan with no left hand, he bit trash, garbage.
Yeah, that's Johnny B. You right there, man.
Does sound like
I thought Johnny sounded more like that's why he's the GOAT.
Oh, the go.
Yeah, that is true. He does sound more like he's the GOAT.
Where's? Do I got that one?
I don't know.
The GOAT.
That's what I'm talking about. That's why he's the MVP. That's why he's the GOAT. The GOAT.
When Johnny B when he talks about THJ.
Yeah.
Oh, to click the same thing you clicked.
You know we in trouble when Zion's smaller than Luka. Dang. Right.
Johnny
there.
B already starting to hate, and we haven't even got to the season yet. Look at him.
Oh, we got Gina Kim in the building. What up?
Chill.
I'm not concerned about how Luka looks right now because he played the same way in the All-Star game. Slow, passing the ball, half-court shots. He got the ball and purposely gave it back to the other team. Yeah. All right. Big J, did you see any of that game today?
Not really.
Should we remind Daniel M to get his own skit? He's got to subscribe. And
Ooh.
There's options for that to get your own skit. Just saying, there are ways to get that.
Yeah, there are memberships to be able to get a sound effect on here. Then there is another membership to get.
You get a whole video for you.
Yeah, you get a whole
some kind of graphic thing. Yeah.
But Daniel's been here for a while, so Daniel, DM me or something. We'll come up with something.
He breaking the rules, Sticks. He breaking the rules, man.
I mean, look at this guy.
Daniel's day
Look at this guy.
Jenna Kim, fat Luka, skinny Luka, he's still gonna cook the league. Look, yeah, he is, but that's not what we should be like proud of, right? Like that shouldn't be acceptable. And I'm not one of those saying that he's fat. I'm just running around with the allegations that people are throwing out there that he look big. I mean, like you said, Stixie, we still got a month and a half. He could lose quite a bit of weight before.
2 months. There's literally 2 months to the first game.
Well, let me ask you: Did anybody see Joker during the Olympics? He looked kind of out of shapely. You know what I'm saying? And he still almost beat America. What's up with it?
We got Frank.
Yeah.
We got Frank in the
yeah. We got Frank?
Yep.
Hey, we do got Frank. Funny how everybody trashes Luka being fat when he still dominates 99% of the league while fat. That is very true. But you cannot be fat and then deal with injuries because you're fat, right? So, for example, like me, my ass is big, man. I ain't going to be able to play that long, you know?
Badass.
Yeah. But if I was in shape, if I was in shape, I'd be like B-Dot cooking everybody. Luka's weight is such a tired conversation. I agree. And that's why we're not having it. But I do think like his weight does impact his injury though. But
do you have that soundbite?
Which soundbite?
Get your fat ass. You have that one?
Herbert.
Yeah, do you have Herbert? Do you have that one on your? I don't know if you have that one. I can't remember.
Yeah, I have it somewhere.
That's what I think you have that one.
Yeah, the one that says "Get your fat ass over here."
Yeah, I think you have that one on your board somewhere.
Get your fat ass back here.
There it is. There it is.
Yeah, Luka.
Get your fat ass back here.
Yeah. I mean,
I just want Luka to be healthy, man. And y'all know if he's trim of the trim, right, he'll avoid injuries. But I think it's less about weight. I just think it's more about usage. And I've been big on saying this. Like, if he's averaging 34, 36 minutes a game, Luka ain't going to be hurt. If he's playing those 42, 44 minutes per game like he did last year, and that's why he's going to get hurt and not be able to have him in the postseason. So, weight, I get it, but he's played like this for 6 years. It's about his minutes and his load, right? Pause. Load managing Luka Doncic in a smart way as far as reducing his minutes to where the team is still successful. That's going to be the biggest thing for me.
So, what I'm tired of, like, I think when it comes down to a simple, and Frank's talking about it, why does everybody hate on Luka drinking beer when Joker did it? Because at this point, they already got one out of shape, big, tall, white dude that's got MVPs and won everything. And I think, like, to some extent, it's kind of like it's always been like a very athletic, like they're at peak specimen, most of these sports. And Luka's not. He's a big dude. He's very skilled, and he's out of shape half the year. And then you got Joker over there out of shape winning all the time. And I think that pisses a lot of them off. Like, it's just like, how could some dude that just looks like, some dad bod just be out there beating up on all these athletic specimens? And I think it's starting to piss people off because it's like, well, maybe you don't have to be in peak physical shape to go out there and dominate. Look at Patrick Mahomes. When he takes his shirt off, that fool don't look like he's in shape either. Then they got these videos of him out there, like, all his workout, and people are like, okay, calm down. Patrick Mahomes is not like the athletic specimen on the field. It's just he's unbelievably skilled at what he does. So I think it's just some of it's a bit of jealousy that he doesn't have to work like they do to be what he is. So
and that's where his skill comes from. I mean, the same thing with Luka. Like, he ain't got to be the fastest. You don't. He ain't got to, like, he should have like 2 MVPs by now, but that's a different conversation.
Well, what sticks, I kind of agree though. I think that's where a lot of that Luka hatred comes from, and that's why when the NBA tries to push an Ant who's ridiculously athletic or a Ja who's ridiculously athletic, they hate on Luka who can dominate both of them with skill and make them look foolish with skill and have success against them because he's not throwing down tomahawk dunks from the 3-point line. He'll shake it. He goes in slow motion, goes at his own pace. He fakes everybody out and he outthinks them. And he plays the right way, but they hate that because that's not always sexy.
Well, that's why there's so much hate on the European players and the commentary that's coming in, right? It's, you think you're better than us? Well, we just saw the World Games, and the FIBA teams did pretty damn good against the U.S. team. Now, granted, I think we had the best USA team. I think we could have had better. But the reality is, the NBA has become, for ever since Jordan and then Kobe, it's like everything has been focused on dunks and flashiness and these crazy moves. And it's like sometimes you just need basic skills and be damn good at them. And you don't see as much of that anymore. That's
because they don't. Well, people don't understand it's the ESPN of it all. The people discount the fact that Michael and Kobe were both ridiculously skilled players. But they're also athletic because, they were blessed with the athletic ability. But Michael worked on his skill. Kobe worked on the skill. So that's why they dominated everybody else because they had both.
Yeah, boy, did Kobe ever. Kobe's work ethic was ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Michael would smoke cigars and drink and go play golf till 4 a.m, but still come out and drop 40 on you. I mean, Kobe would just be in there working out all day and night. He was a robot.
Yeah. His workout was crazy.
Like TGK.
Huh? What? Huh? I was creating a new poll for people to hit up.
I don't know if I'd call his workout that crazy.
No, I was messing with it. I knew he wasn't paying attention because he was looking off earlier.
Whose workout?
We were talking about Kobe's workout and work ethic, and I was like, just like TGK's, and you was like, what? Huh?
Nah, yeah. My workout legit.
Damn, evidently already everybody wants to talk about Sticks and Big J right now.
Oh, what they saying?
The votes?
The votes are going to. Well, now it's moving back to MTT. We've only got 4 votes though.
Oh wow, damn! People want to talk about the MTT.
Hey, I mean, we got more to talk about. I mean, without
We
giving
do.
away too
We
much
do.
stuff, but
We do. Like, so this week, salute to Slightly, man. Slightly did a whole review of all of his games. Thought that was awesome. You know, that he gave his platform that opportunity to kind of review everything that we did on the live stream. So that's pretty cool. I still haven't necessarily got to divulge into my team's success or lack thereof. But I mean, we also got some news that we could talk about, right, for the next event. We got a little bit of stuff that we can speak on here. I'll let people decide what they want to talk about, or we could just let Sticks and Big J come up with the topics. You know,
I mean, we can just keep going. I mean, obviously, 60% already won it, so we can. I mean, we got to talk about something, right? That was the whole point of this show. There wasn't a whole lot. I don't want to talk about the Dallas Cowboys and their garbage ass team. Trey Lance throwing 5 interceptions.
Trey Lance is what you think Dak is. You know, Dak ain't running no 90-yard rushing touchdown, so no.
Yeah, I don't want my quarterback running 47-yard runs either. Like, I mean, maybe Trey Lance should just go to running back, like, you know, wide receiver. I mean, let's just do that. A lot of quarterbacks have converted. Well, we can talk about the Rangers. Oh, I guess we're not back since now we just got smashed 13-5. Freaking Rangers. Like, none of our sports teams are playing with shit right now.
we're waiting. We're waiting for the one that's worth something to come back.
Dude, I love how we barely squeezed by like the last 4 out of 5 games that we actually won. And everybody's like, the Rangers are back. Bro, we won like 1-0 and 4-3. We have a negative like 45 differential right now. You're not making the playoffs negative 45 on runs. Last year we were up like 200 at one point, 230. Like, get here.
I miss when the Rangers were on the cusp of playoff berth, you know.
I know. I need a decent team while the Mavs aren't playing.
Our Rangers.
Yeah, the Rangers are done. They've been done.
When we're doing the WNBA, well, Gina, I don't have anybody up here that's, you know.
Yeah, that hasn't
Big
been
J, what's your WE knowledge?
No, I leave that to King, man. That's King stuff there.
Yeah, you have to get Ben and King and
Ben King. Yeah, I'd have to plan a different stream for that, Gina Kim, because I'd be up here and these guys would be like, "Who's the Rock?"
Wait a minute.
Are we talking about Hulk Hogan? Who are we talking about? Got the Macho Man?
Who's Jake the Snake?
So tell me when Macho Man died,
who's the Von Erichs?
I don't know. Yeah, when Macho Man had that heart attack and died, like then I saw the report. The first thing that came to my mind was when he had the heart attack and he's driving. Did he go, "Oh no"?
Oh, dark. That's dark.
It's dark, which is funny. You know,
that's you right there.
It's accurate. Just like, oh no. That was the first thing that came to my mind, man. I'm not gonna lie.
And then the Undertaker comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, right. So since right now we're still sitting at only 5 votes, this is definitely a slow.
Yeah,
show.
only 5 votes.
Yeah, I know, bro. We can't even get them to vote. So
y'all vote, man. Y'all in here, y'all vote. Leave a like on the video, all that good stuff.
It's still something to talk about. So MTT,
support your small Mavericks channel here, man. Dang,
I guess we don't know if it'll be called MTT. It won't be called MTT now, right? No, we decided it's going to be a different tournament name because one, we can't keep using Mavs to go official, and it's not Twitter anymore. So it's gonna change to a new name. We are creating an organization for it. So we will have an official nonprofit set up. We've had contact with people from the Mavs. We've had contact with people from the Texas Legends. So we're kind of just working on the details right now to find out what arena we're going to have, what kind of people are going to start giving us, support, whether it's sponsorships or donations and things like that. And then we'll determine later in the year, how we're going to do it. But it will definitely have the tournament a year from now. And then we will have it, should be in a much bigger arena. I should actually be able to produce from site this time so I can actually join in on site and have a much better stream. Hopefully having multiple cameras, angles this time. Having on, we're going to have someone doing like sideline reporting. Obviously a little bit better setup. Maybe have a third person talking about the games, do the interviews, things like that, bigger breaks between games so we can talk to people more. So yeah, there's a lot in the works, but some of it we can't say everything about right now, but that's kind of where we are. But it was a very successful event, and we've got a lot of attention from it.
Yeah, I mean that's all I can say is the fact that people from the Mavericks organization did reach out. That's big. That's massive. Like I don't know. Out of all the things that we've done, like the fact that we were able to pull that off as a group and then have the actual organization reach out, like that was amazing. But after that, the fact that we got so many of us right behind the scenes that are involved, like I feel like I'm here to kind of help. But there's like some, people really behind the scenes building this up, doing all the big work, man. And salute to them.
He's definitely not the pretty face either. So, he's just.
But no, man.
Big J's not either. That's why he don't even turn a camera on. Nobody wants to see that ugly ass.
I mean, true.
Damn, Big J.
I don't claim to be pretty.
We got to have some comedy up here. We got to have something funny. It's slow night. We don't talk crap. I mean, what are we going to do?
Yeah, come on, man.
Come on, man.
No, not
Come
that.
on, man.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Right?
But nah, the next event will be way better. We already got a cool name in the works for it. I don't think we're gonna go with what like the organization name is. We're probably
that's for different. More stuff. Yeah. That's
yeah. So we'll
we'll
probably
universal. So
yeah, we'll probably leave it for. I think it'll probably be best to like have like certain names for it and then let the public decide. That way, everyone feels like they're. Go ahead.
So you gonna have Gina Kim sideline reporting? Is that what we said? She actually gonna be on camera?
Man,
Gina Kim don't be. We can't get her on camera for nothing.
She should be in charge of texting and tweeting because she likes to. Those fingers are amazing because with the fast that she can comment on everything. 25 comments to one.
She should be like the social media
director.
What is it? Yeah, something like that, right? And she should be. Hey, we got Nancy in the building. What's up, Nancy?
Hey guys, how you doing tonight?
Hello. We're doing good.
Hello.
We're just here chopping it up for a little bit, on this very newsy week of Dallas Mavericks.
What is that?
Sounds pretty exciting. Sounds like you guys got a lot going on the other side of the tournament.
Oh yeah. No, that's we need to find a. I don't know if you have Discord, Nancy, but we need to get you
on Discord
in there.
Yeah, I'm on Discord.
Yeah, she's on Discord. She just not. You didn't put it. You got to put her in the group.
Yeah, we got to get you in there.
We got to add her to that channel too.
Yeah, we do. So I guess Big J or whoever says send me Nancy's stuff. That way I can add her in there. Because like we all been talking about, the more brains that are in this, the better. Just to grow this properly. Because, like, what'd you say?
I don't know, the more brains, and I think Nancy's been a big enough organization. So too many big people throwing their ideas.
I didn't say, you think I'm like anybody that comes up here, be like, hey, let's just involve them? No, like.
I mean, I remember that first thing you gave us. That was a lot of people.
Nah. That's why I'm just like.
So I don't know whether you guys are insulting me right now or what.
No.
No.
His commentary. No. Joe already brought you up and said we're definitely going to get you involved to help out with your work experience and everything. So he already threw you out in the first meeting and said we got to get you involved.
So, wow.
Sticks thinks I'm trying to bring everybody up, but I'm very selective with who I want to be a part of it, and just trying to bring people that genuinely want to be a part of it and that have, like what's that quote? Like, if you're the smartest person in the room, you're doing something wrong. Like, I'm not. So I'll lean on everyone else that has way more experience to help this be successful for everybody. It's because none of this tournament is for me. This tournament's for everybody in the community. So I do have a quick question. So moving forward, then, is it still going to be the guy that started it from Twitter, or is this thing gonna be more your guys' stuff, or what is it moving forward?
No, he's involved. We're creating a whole basically board of directors for nonprofit, and so we have different roles. And whether you're a role or probably just more like Joe was kind of saying, bringing you in as like a consultant for your past, so you could assist in ways. But we hadn't really fully approached yet because we've sent the message. We basically had a meeting. We got everybody together. I got an idea of what we're going to do. We have a name for the organization. We're going to have to get a website to put that up. And then obviously we made a name for the organization instead of it being a tournament name, right? And then the tournament will be some tournament name we decide from there. But then we can do other things with that organization in relation to content creators and things like that in the DFW area. Mm-hmm. And then we sent an email out to the Mavs contact, and then Big J has also been in contact with the Legends. So we're kind of waiting for some feedback from them, and Joe's working on getting the name and everything finalized, and then we're going to raise some money to go do the nonprofit setup and get all that finalized. So we're kind of keeping it on the down low for now because don't want to really give out too much until we get it all in place effectively. So
yep. And that's how we need to get you involved and get you caught up. But we're going to do that through Discord. So, but we got you though. We got you.
Okay.
Frank says, "I wonder what fan base next." That's that me and Sticks were talking about the other day. Like, what other fan base has done any of what we're doing right now? And the fact that we've been able to pull this off, like, it's just, I don't know.
We've already said we might be able to, if it works good enough, we might be able to create it in other areas too.
Well, the funny thing is a lot of what you guys can see, Sticks, you saw it, but they didn't because they were more involved in stuff that day. But there was a lot of people immediately asking where they could donate, so like even if you're doing some sort of fundraiser that day for whoever you choose to do some sort of fundraising for, it's a really cool thing to be able to give to somebody that's obviously less disadvantaged, and just people know from the beginning and periodically talk about it throughout the games where they can go to donate. I'm not saying you guys have to be the house or the facilitator for it. You could make it those organizations you want to do it to, but it also gives people an opportunity that wouldn't necessarily have that opportunity. It just shines a light and spotlights some of these good organizations out there that are really struggling.
Yeah, that's when you said that's so true because we obviously were spotlighting 4 Oak Cliff because of everything they did.
Right, exactly.
And I thought we did good enough, but also like you said, like I think we could have. It just that day everything was just going so quick, and then we had to pivot to the one camera, and it was just like
no, TGK. It's not about that day. I'm just forward thinking of how.
Yeah. So Nancy, to your thing, we are going to make a website that will allow it. Whatever group we have, obviously they will normally have a donation link. We can link that to the stream, and then obviously we're going to have much better time to set up the production. And welcome old cranky ass white dude Joe into the channel. But we will.
Again, it's nothing, guys. Truly, I swear, it's nothing about anything about that day because I really can't say where you guys really did anything wrong or it wasn't amazing. Because anytime you start something new, there's always going to be kinks. Always going to be something you can't expect. You can't prepare for. You can prepare 1,000 hours for it, and something's still going to go wrong. It's just that you're talking about growing it and actually doing something like the level of what you guys are talking about. These are more just ideas,
Right. Yep. No, and I'm not taking any offense. We're not taking any offense to what you're saying. We understand. Yeah, we tried to set it up. It's just like you said. It was. Here, let's give Jared a shout out, and then I'll finish that.
Jared with a $5 super chat, man. Salute. He also has a sound effect because he's on the sound effect membership.
His people are completely literal. Metaphors are going to go over his head.
Nothing goes over my head. My reflexes are too fast.
What's up, Jerry? It says I come in 30 minutes late and don't see any super chat. Whack AF. What? Appreciate you, my boy. Appreciate it.
Yeah. So
Nancy, we need all the criticism, good or bad. Like, even if you don't want to say that it's criticism, there's no stone left unturned. Like, we need to know it all, right? That way we can approach the next one better. So any idea, any perspective, anything.
Well, I mean, it was like you should have seen me in the background, Nancy, before we went live, because we were supposed to shoot at 9:25.
Oh man!
TGK puts his phone up, right, and it's just solid frozen screen, and me and TMP are in the here. I'm like this. I'm like, oh god, and TGK's like, can y'all hear me? And I'm like, dude, and I'm like, forget it. Big J's not doing anything. He's got his phone. Well, I mean, he was doing stuff, but he wasn't attached to anything. So I called Big J and I'm like, tell him we can't hear anything and his phone is garbage. And then and then Marcel comes online and his camera's good, and I'm like, kill it all. We're just flipping Marcel's camera around. Just back the table up. I'm over here and Joe's on the phone Sticks, calm down, stop getting angry. I'm like, I'm not angry. I'm trying to communicate, and nobody has headsets. And
no, he went all Bill Riley and said, "I'll do it myself. I'll do it myself."
We'll do it live.
When Joe got on to me, this was me, Nancy. I was like this on the camera, and just Sticks, calm down. Still going Bill.
Yeah, you definitely need to have an earpod or an earbud in their ear and be the producer in their ear.
Marcel, you gotta love, right? Marcel's a podcast guy, right? He does podcasts. We tell him we're doing a production. You're gonna be on camera. You're gonna be talking, and then he gets there and he's just sitting there with no headset on. He's just and I'm like, look at the private. Where's your? And he's like, no one told me to bring a headset.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, oh, you gotta be kidding me, Marcel. Of all people, I wouldn't have thought I would have had to tell you that. So, the background for that 10-15 minute delay, we were just on phones, and it was it's funny when you look back at it now, because at the end it all read well and everything went good. We made changes on the fly, but that first 15 minutes was nuts.
I was cracking up
because everybody waited
well
for
when
us.
you think about it, because when you think about how long you kept all these people engaged in this, between you, Sticks, behind the scenes and making sure it was all functioning right, and then Marcel and Joe, that thing was on for hours and people were there for hours. They didn't leave.
We got more viewers. We got more viewers as the longer it went.
We started at 250. I think we first launched, it was around 200 to 250. By the time we ended it, and I never saw a dip go down. Everything stayed either. It was steady.
Go up.
Well, yeah, and y'all can't see what we can see. So the number in here shows everything. So right now it says 103. So we were staying steady, and then it went up, and it went up, and it went up. And then we started doing the interviews. I think that kept the people a little more intrigued. And then we started the team names. I think Marcel and Joe coming up with team names worked really well. So it kind of created a little more connection to each team with the commentary. Right. And then by the end, we had climbed all the way to 2,100 across all of the views by the end. And it was holy crap. We were growing.
First time out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's insane.
By the way, Blue Tortoise said need to have more teams in the next one. Yes, we know. That is one thing. They didn't expect us to go off like it did in the first place, let alone what the production did. So we are basically trying to decide how big of an arena we get, how the sponsorships go, what kind of attention we start to grab. And then we have some ideas on how we want to do it, because we want to keep it community based. So the question is, are we going to go 12 teams for the production when we go live, and maybe do some stuff beforehand if we get a lot of attention? But then we're trying to decide, do we make it 6 teams from the community, let everybody kind of have a tryout, decent sized tryout, and then keep 6 of the best teams and then a tryout, and then also keep 6 teams as the content creators, because that's kind of what this was about originally, was getting those guys involved. So you bring the attention. So we've got all kinds of ideas in the background, and a lot of it's going to come down to really how much support we get from sponsors and things like that, and the size of the arena we get. So
Cowboy Stadium, 64 teams.
Nancy, if I can say this, one of the things we're going to be moving as quickly as possible towards is getting the 501c3 status.
Right.
And
we talked about before you came in, Joe.
Yeah, I've done that a bunch, and so I've got a CPA firm that I work with down in Houston. I mean, generally what I do is I set them up for wealthy people so they can donate money to things they want to give money to. So, be able to set up a foundation or something like that. A lot of athletes do that. And so once we get that, though, then those donations cease to be a marketing cost as a tax write-off, and they become, a charitable donation.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
So,
yeah.
Jenny came asking, are we going to do it March Madness style? I don't know. If I have my way, like what I want to do, and if we get enough support, but obviously everybody's like, oh, it's a year away. The relevance that know business and like time frames. A year is not very long. We have to get all this started up officially.
You can't wait till it's going to happen to start planning. No. You need to plan well in advance.
And we are. So the question is, though, if we get a big enough arena, what I've thrown out is that to try to get because what I'm afraid of is we throw a link out there. TJ had a good idea. We announce it, kind of pre-announce it, saying, hey, on this date, we're going to allow you to sign up so that people don't just get in first come, first serve as far as luck of finding out on the post, like what happened this time. But they didn't expect this to go off like this, right? So we've talked about, I've said maybe even having a 64-team single elimination, 2 days. We do a 32-man, on a weekend. We just go to a gym. It's not produced or anything like that, and just play a single elimination down, and then maybe have some wild cards in case a couple of good teams get in there, so that we can try to get a good. Because I don't want to have a bad game product. I don't want to just get 12 teams and the content is basketball content is garbage. So you gotta, but you also want the personalities of the content creators because that adds to it as well. So we got to figure out the proper balance, and a lot of that's going to get probably a little more finalized and worked. Kinks worked out of that when we get 4 or 5 months away.
Though, are you keeping it amateur and not any slightly semi-pro or any of that? Because I think that's a little funky.
Yeah, I don't know how to avoid that if that is the thing. I wouldn't know how to avoid that because I heard Slightly Biased talking about it. He was honestly, the majority of the competition, we were all pretty close to each other, and I think he was talking about being in the league when he saw someone being able to pull from half court. He was like, "That's it. I'm never playing in this league again." So we definitely don't want pros to be in this to where it's just it's unfair. So it's gonna be hard to gauge it, but at the same time, if they're in there, go beat them, right?
But also you have a lot of team, and you give the opportunity, like Sticks is saying, for people to sign up, and it's not just a last second thing and a first come first serve. You're actually giving people legitimately time, even if you gave them say from this date to that date, and say sign up and see what you come up with. Put all your rules and stipulations out there. And then, like you guys said, do some off-camera stuff where you break the teams down to however you want it to be for the live. At least you're giving people the opportunity and the shot at being able to have the opportunity to get to the final, however many teams you have.
You know what, though? My thought is if you were to do that whole 64-team thing, if you let a lot of people in and you do an elimination, don't do it the week of, don't make it a 2-day in the same week. I would do a week ahead of time, record a bunch of it, and only show the highlights. So that builds up more momentum going into the final week. You know what I mean? You will show the elimination, you show clips of the games on a show going into it, and then boom,
Yeah, that's exactly, Big J.
Give me your WWE. Give me your WWE ideas.
The preview and your teaser.
Go ahead.
It's a preview, and you're throwing teasers out there between all the people that have Twitter and Instagram and wherever the platforms you're going to advertise on, because you're not going to want to just advertise it on Twitter. You're going to want to advertise it across it. But like Big J said, if you have these at least snippets and you see the packages that they put together when they do the reels of You know, the players, the highlights.
Yeah, see, I have a little bit of a different approach to it because I don't not right now. I don't want us to get to like 64 teams. Like I couldn't fathom that, and then because my mind is like I'm still participating in this, right? Like if there's just no way. Like I would not be able to play. Like I'd have to focus just solely on the broadcast. So, but my thing is, I think it's gonna be like 12 teams, maybe 15, whatever the case may be. My thing is like we have a stream where like the NBA does the ping pong night where they reveal what team got which draft pick. Well, we could have that kind of night, like, well, here are the teams for this year's tournament event, right? So then we break down team this and that, and then you break down the players and who they have, and you go through that, and you could do that like a month before, and then 2 weeks later you could do the group play, because I think we're gonna go by group play, so kind of like the World Cup, how they do it, and we'll announce who's in what group, kind of like the in-season tournament that the NBA does. They'll announce what team is gonna be in what. That way people are building up, like, all right, these are the teams. The next stream is about what teams are gonna be going against each other in what group, and then literally like the day before the event, we have like a media day where we all meet at one location. It could be like a conference room out at a hotel or whatever. And then each team gets to come up and get interviewed by, a panel or just by people that are going to go to this event and watch. And then the day of the game, all in the background, I'm going to be creating like team profiles, right? So the day of the game, whenever Team A is going to go against Team C, all right, so here's Team A, and then Sticks will hit the Team A promo, right? And then it'll give you a whole profile of this team, and then they'll have like little insights on them, what players are what, and then when we come back from that promo, you go into the next team. So it's just looking at it from like a WWE perspective, because I grew up watching them. I know how they promote and they build up these promos and hype up things. Like that would be my way of looking at it, to grow the 12 or 15 teams, to make them known, to make them easily noticeable whenever people are watching the games.
So people
that way they're invested. Instead of like 64 teams, I won't have time to like figure out who's who, right? So those 12 teams.
I don't want 64 teams on a tournament day. That's way too much for production quality.
Yeah. So with 12 is manageable for me, my size, because unless I could Sticks, and I know you have someone that could potentially help with me with this stuff actually. So it could be two of us knocking out the edits, right? And then having that all that production ready to go when we go live. That way, whenever someone's watching it, for someone just on the outside looking in, they'll be like, you know what? I do like team Joe Schmo, right? They got this one player. He said this one thing I
like. You like Super
team.
Troopers with what's his name? What was his name, Joe?
Oh yeah,
Starsky and Hutch.
Starsky and Hutch.
I'm telling you, I think that helped though. Like I think that did make connection. Because at first it was just a bunch of guys, and then Big J go get the names, and then Joe's like, "Screw, we're giving these guys team names, like so we can if it's better for them for commentary too, because then they can say the things better." So I think that added to it. It did.
They're gonna be like promoting themselves, like in that stuff, and I actually enjoyed just making up nicknames for them.
But hey, can I? Oh yeah,
go ahead,
no, it's all good. My thing is this though, and I'm not saying have 64 teams, but I'm saying if you were to do the staggered thing, kind of like the six throughout, it gives you the ability not only, I'm talking about before you go into the whole production thing, one, you forget that you're dealing with a bunch of creators too. So each team, if you have each of those teams that are creator based can create their own intro. You don't have to do everybody's. You've got a bunch of people that do video and content, so they could go and make their own intro video, introduce their team, and then send it to you ahead of time. But like I said, for the final, basically, like I said, you go and that lets Joe and Marcella, they're the ones doing the commentary, come up with the nicknames, get the background story. So on the day of, they're not trying to figure out who's that guy with the yellow shoes on, or you know what I'm saying? Yep. They already know, and they'll have personality things on each player because they've seen them play a couple of times before the day of. It's kind of like, you'll have the background.
I got to tell you, from my perspective, these guys kind of name themselves a little bit by how they play.
Yeah.
Somebody's playing bad, then we're not gonna like just run them into the ground and destroy anything. You know what I mean? We're not going to be nasty like that.
No, you're really good about that. Even if people weren't playing that well, you guys didn't really go out there, which was cool because this is not the NBA. These are amateurs and they're just out there trying to do something good. And honestly, for the guys that look at that one team. What were they? The yellow to green or whatever color that green. They just met that day.
Well, actually, that team was one of the guys on that team. Came up to me in between games, and I don't know if he said it was his spouse or it was one of his teammates' spouses, and he said that they were like really singing and Marcel and my praises about how good a job we were doing. And I don't say that to like, toot my own horn, but they were clearly the team that had the most to conquer, and for their spouse to hear that that we weren't just like blasting it. Yeah, nobody wants to hear that. So, but I did have to go tell who Mavness is. Like, I didn't know that was Mavness, but like, yeah, we're calling him Dorothy because of his shoes. We're not making any of the type of innuendo, So.
The cool thing what Jay was saying was really cool though, because some of these guys are content creators. You don't need like a 5-minute video from these guys. Tell them, TGK, give us a 2 or 3 minute video of you and your team and each guy's name, because like they're saying, especially the content creators, I don't know who any of these people are. You know what I'm saying? So like I see them in Discord, but I don't know who they are. So it would be really cool to attach that content creator to that person's name that's actually playing.
Yeah.
Well,
no, that's a great idea.
Some guys are kind of, they're fairly iconic at this point. So you're like TGK. Everybody knows who TGK is. Everybody knows who Slightly is. I mean, I think between we had.
Well, I'm not talking about like those, but I'm talking about the other ones.
Yeah, it would have been nice.
Nobody knew really who Mavs was, or
but I know who Mavs is by his online presence, but I had no idea that was Mavs. Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's I like that idea for sure. I think that's I'm gonna roll with that, and whatever they send me, I can edit it and make it look nice. So that's a great point, because I was thinking like the media day after they're done interviewing them, pull them to the side and then record something to where they get introduced and I have it all on one camera. But that's a good point too. It kills time, improves the efficiency perspective of it. So yeah, I like that idea a lot.
Nancy, I can tell you that we're going to need all the time that we have to get this up and running and then going, because this year we were like, all right, we had a production meeting about 5 or 6 weeks before, and somebody said, oh, we have plenty of time, and Sticks and I were basically like, no, we do not.
No, you don't.
I might be pointing at the guy that said we had
still worked.
Time.
It still worked.
This guy.
It still worked.
Yeah, we're not the fly by the seat of the pants things. We're like executives in our professional lives, so we plan and plan and plan. So, but when the more plans you have, and this is what I always teach my people, is like, hey, listen, we're going to put these processes and these procedures in place, and we're going to plan. And I know that's an alliteration with all the P's, but those really are core values to a business, or in this situation, to this tournament. And the more that you plan and put all these policies and procedures in place, then it allows you to be creative, and because you're not reinventing the wheel on like how to make an omelet. I mean, how to make an omelet. So then it's like, what ingredients can I put in here to really make this omelet pop? And that's kind of the goal, is to put the structure in place so that we can build something that's really fantastic without getting out over our skis, Nancy. You know what I mean?
Don't forget your onions, Joe.
These guys earlier, before I think you jumped on, it's really just building off the foundation you guys all set.
Well, I mean, it's shocking that it went off that well. I mean, quite frankly, it's shocking that we've gotten this much positive feedback. I mean, I'm sure that there's some people that didn't like it, but I haven't really heard from them. So,
I mean, based on the views, and that can't be. I don't believe that's the case. Whatever, if there were, it had to be a very small amount of people. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, I think the basketball wasn't the greatest basketball. Right? We didn't have like these super athletes, obviously, but the guys we had made it competitive at an equal play. So like the games were interesting. And then, obviously the commentary from Marcel, I think, and you as well, Joe, both of you guys. I think if it was just me running the video and we didn't have the commentary that you guys provided, it wouldn't have done as well, without a doubt. I mean, it's like anything else. Like your commentary can make or break a broadcast, as we know, because we all can't stand listening to lots of people on NBA TV.
Well, Marcel,
imagine their broadcast with both dedicated mics. Oh my God. Imagine both of y'all had a dedicated mic, bro.
Headsets.
He does a good job filling airspace, which I know I've said that before, but that's a real talent. So,
you mean Marcel likes to talk?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Wow.
Go ahead, Nancy.
Yeah, but I like to talk too, but it's a different kind of talking, and Marcel's good at that kind of talking.
No,
that's. Well, go ahead, Nancy.
No, I was saying what you guys were saying about Marcel. It's not just that he can talk; he fills the airspace, but not to an obnoxious way where you're like, "All right, shut up. I don't really care about that." He did a really good job of letting it all blend together. And then his excitement at times when some of the players did really well was even funnier. Like,
oh yeah, you could. I was like, next time you cheer, you got to stay next to the microphone.
I think that's a product of Marcel is a positive person and he wants to see people do well. Yeah. And so, like some people are haters, and I think Marcel is the opposite. So I think that's why he's got such a.
Clearing your throat there, VJ.
When he said haters, I thought he was calling me.
Who's a hater?
It's like that was a clearly purposeful clear throat. So I can get the commentary with it.
No, I was just messing with you, Joe. I said when you said haters, I was like, "Oh, me. What's up?"
No, you're Big J. I'm a big fan of Big J. So there's that. I'm working my verbal crutches. I say so much. I want to punch myself in the face.
No.
So,
yeah, I have. You know what, Joe? I have that problem. And we won't go into what y'all know about what I've done, but I had that problem too when I'm doing certain things, and I will constantly and I had a bunch of people calling me out for it, like that were trying to help me out. They're like, "Hey, when you're on Spaces or when you're on these group things that we're doing, talking to everybody, you're always doing it." And I'm like, "Oh, you're right, I am." And I was like, "I gotta fix that problem." Every sentence like, "So this," I'm like, dang it.
Yeah, I used to say basically all the time, and then I said way too much, and now I've got like so and mixed in there together, and it's really irritating.
Mine is
so again.
mine is right. Like when I'm saying something, and then I kind of confirm, even though I haven't got your confirmation. I'm like right, and then I keep going. So it's just that's my thing.
That's actually effective communication. And what is a transition statement that says I'm moving to this next subject. So it's that way. It makes a lot of sense to do that. It's like therefores and accordinglys and moreovers and things like that. Whenever you write, those help carry the thought, because what we try to do is we try to transfer logic from a premise to a conclusion. And those connective pieces like so and accordingly and like that are connective pieces that help transfer truth from a
that's what a lot of people do is
that was the first thing when I started doing public speaking. I had to break myself with that real fast. Like, I was a conscious effort to pause and not do that, because it's so annoying when you hear someone say, and so then I was and it's like basically your brain pauses with the word it's like you got to stop that.
You know what has helped? Look at me doing the
So
YouTube has helped me with public speaking and all that stuff. Like YouTube has become like its own teacher for me, just to be able to communicate, like in general, like in public situations. Like not too long ago, when my niece, she was having like a baby shower, and like we had this whole mic set up. Nobody was using the mic, and I was like, I guess we need an MC, you know? So I just started MCing the whole damn thing, and like none of those people knew me, but I was just so comfortable in front of that crowd of people to be able to just have a mic and be like, all right, this is what we're doing next, you know? So YouTube helps a lot, especially when you're doing content creation and people ready to criticize anything you say. You gotta be confident in how you talk and what you're saying. So
people criticize you online?
Come on now, Big J. Come on now.
Come on, man.
Come on now.
I was buying a business from somebody one time, and the guy kept saying "you" to me. He kept saying, "You know what I mean," but I didn't know what he was saying because he kept saying "you to mean, you to mean, you to mean," and I said, "What does you to mean to? I don't understand what that means." And he's like, "What are you talking about?" And I said, "You keep saying you to mean," and he just didn't get it. And so I recorded him on my phone, and he got so upset. And I was like, what, that right there? What does that you to mean? And that's when he's like, you know what I mean? And I was like, oh. He was not happy that I recorded him. But
you to mean?
All I was listening to, I couldn't hear what he was saying because all I was hearing is you to mean, you to mean, you to mean. And I started trying to keep from counting them. So
it's really frustrating too when you try to talk to people that are doing public speaking and then they don't want that criticism. It's like your goal should be to get better at public speaking. I can't imagine. I mean, the amount of people I've been in space with, or my public speaking, and all the things I've done, and they're dealing with major positions, and they're just and uhs and like that, or they have some weird kicker, and it's just like, guys, like I can't. Like you're like people like and you know like it's like like I can't even listen to your speech anymore. It's so you try to help them out and they get offended. You know what? Never mind. I can't help you out if that's the case. Go ahead, just keep speaking horribly, but you know you can't do it. But you know, what's one good thing I've told a lot of people is when Twitter came out with Spaces. I think Spaces for anybody that wants to get, since like we're just BSing now and just talking about whatever at this point, right? So when you're dealing with that, it's pretty good to go on Twitter Spaces and get up on a room because you're not visually there. You're most of the time under a fake name, and at the end of the day, most people have no clue who you are. So you can get on there and actually speak and learn to speak better. And it's a good practice. Like there's a lot of things on the internet now that allow you to get good at public speaking. And people don't take advantage of it, but it's pretty damn good resources these days.
It's definitely a skill. It's definitely a skill to be able to convey things to a large group of people. And
how's that microwave going?
Good. Huh?
That's not me.
Yeah, how's that?
That must be Joe.
No, it's definitely me. I made.
What's that?
What you cooking, Joe? What you cooking?
I actually made what we call it Mexican soup. A lot of people call it chili, but since it's got beans in it, that is not technically a chili.
That's still chili. No.
Whoa.
No. You get beans.
Whoa. No. There's no
in your chili.
Not in Texas, man.
Yes,
Come on,
you
man.
can.
Chili.
Yes, you can.
Not in Texas.
Sticks.
Not in Texas. Come on.
You say you're a Texan before you're.
Yeah, and you can have beans in your damn chili in Texas.
No,
As a fifth generation Texan, you can have beans in your damn chili.
They would kick you out of Terlingua.
Vote, Big J. There's no beans in chili.
Oh shit!
There's no crying in baseball. There's no beans in chili.
Yeah, there's beans in chili.
When you said Mexican soup, I thought you meant menudo
Mexican,
or something.
It's Mexican.
Yeah, menudo with the tripe. Ew.
Oh. I love when everybody tells me about menudo. They're like, well, you have to grow up with it. And I'm like, that's so what? You have to screw your taste buds up young so that you can deal with it? Like,
What? My taste buds are amazing. Like, I love menudo. I love pozole. Pozole verde.
You like things that smell like body odor? Because that's what menudo smells like. Smells like body odor.
I don't know where you get your menudo from. I don't know where you get it from, but, you know.
Well, when I tried it was my ex-girlfriend before I met my wife 20-something years ago, and it was a 100% a Mexican family making it from their traditional family values of doing it.
Did you stay there overnight and smell the progress from the beginning to the morning and the way the aroma improved and became? It's different. It's different.
I can't do most pozoles either. I can't.
No way. It's Mexican soup, and menudo is great. I just don't know why you got to eat menudo. There's so many other things that you can eat. Why would you?
That's why a lot of places only serve it on weekends because it's like it's great to knock out a hangover.
Yeah,
it's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah, because you go throw up after you eat it.
Nah, not at all. Not at all. Y'all too disrespectful right now, all right? I'm gonna chill. Before I start pulling out some.
Well, I was just because I heard beeping. I thought maybe that was Big J's fire alarm going off in the background. You know? Oh, damn.
See.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Well, it is time to end the show, ain't it? You know.
Since he did that.
Yeah.
Bruh.
You're not the.
I'm like, what did he say fuck me for?
Exactly.
All right. Hey, no drops with cursing out of respect for Nancy, please.
Oh, yeah. My bad.
Yeah.
Let me see. I ain't got no other ones.
Sorry, but Jay, had to do it.
What's up, brother?
What's up, brother?
Oh, why I gotta go there? What's up?
I saw a video this morning of this game that everybody's playing. It's on TGK. The first thing when the clip starts, you just hear chirp, you're the chirp, and then you're chirp again, and also someone goes who's, and he's like who's black, and you're like damn bro, like oh man.
I'm surprised y'all ain't heard my fire alarm right now.
Yeah, then TGK goes. Actually, my fire alarm just went off as you sent this to me.
Mine's beeping right now.
I actually have I got that Instagram thing, that video from actually a friend of mine, a black woman, sent it to me, and I thought it was funny. So, you know. Oh
yeah, I know what you're talking about. I saw it, but no, whenever I hear that, I go around the house with the 9-volt batteries replacing everything. I'm like, nope.
Because Big J lives up in Plano.
I need to replace mine for sure. All right, man. Any other topics y'all want to talk about? It's one of those weird times. I don't even know how many weeks we got.
We got Luka to the Lakers. Have we talked about that yet?
Yeah, we covered that.
Yeah, that's done.
Very, very quickly.
Golly.
What
about the Dragic game? Was there any discussion?
My! That game was. I couldn't even watch past the first quarter when Luka. All right, so Luka started the game throwing up a half court heave. And after that, I was done. I was like, I don't want to watch this. What'd Jared say? Is Menudo the dish as bad as Menudo the band? Damn. All right, man. Y'all got it. Y'all just don't know, and that's fine. And that is fine.
Look, man.
I must have
I've had it.
Really bad Menudo in my life because I've never thought that this is something I'm going to have after the 3 or 4 times that it just was not working for me. So
no, that's just called Menudo.
You know what I feel like today? Menudo. No.
It's not for everybody. It's not something I eat with regularity, obviously. During the cold months, it's very popular, and especially a night after a hangover is very popular. So there's like a specialty dish for sure.
There's better things you can eat, though. Pho or,
eat it on the weekend. Why don't you just eat mole? Mole is way better than eating freaking Menudo.
I don't know if I'm with you there. I don't know. I love mole, but
I'm not a fan of all three of them.
You gotta be good. You gotta be really good at making mole, because I've tried different people's moles, and I was like, "What is this?" Like, it's tough. Mole is a hit or miss. It is such a hit or miss dish. It's tough.
I know.
Wait, Jared, are you beans in the chili or not in the chili? Which one are you? I gotta know. Which one are you?
It doesn't matter. Listen, it doesn't matter. This is called argumentum ad populum. It basically means just because a bunch of people agree on a subject doesn't make it so, right? And so it doesn't matter what y'all say.
You're right. Y'all three think no beans, and I agree the right ways with beans. We've already had this covered.
Chili was developed in San Antonio, and it came up, and it did not have beans. You could look up the history of chili. Moreover, you can go to the International Chili Competition rules, and it clearly said no fillers like bean and rice and corn. Those are ingredients in a chili. It just is.
And that is the return of the Max.
We have rules for a reason, you know?
Yeah.
I agree.
Wow. Jared's on y'all's side. You know what? Y'all can all kiss my ass. How about that?
What I just said in the chat, I said that's called democracy. Come on now.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, majority doesn't rule here. Okay, this isn't a democracy.
Oh, you gonna cut the stream off?
Industry.
Biggs is like
going. No, I'll just do this. I'll just do this, Big J. He ain't on stage anymore.
Dix is doing his conservative thing. We're a constitutional republic, and I've been elected by TGK to represent the TGK community, and I say there's beans in chili.
Well, technically, if we were going to go that route, I'd say I'd have to make the law first, and then say you got to have majority overruling it. It says it's 50-50 because there's only two of us. He can't overrule me enough.
The chat, the crowd, they can speak.
Well, listen, there's
no super majority if it's 1v1. I mean, it's 50-50. There's no super
he's
majority.
A person of color. If you have your way, he won't get the vote soon.
Dang!
Ooh.
Dang! Wow.
Now, is he talking about me or TGK?
Is this white on white hate crime right now? What is going on here? Like the two white guys are going at it.
That doesn't exist. White on white crime doesn't exist. Come on.
It do not.
All right. Good night, guys. I'm gonna eat my food.
Just like on that note.
See.
Anyway, it is a perfect time to end the show. Anyway. Appreciate y'all being here. Appreciate y'all enjoying the show for whatever it is. I know it's that odd time of the year. We ain't got much news or anything to go over, but appreciate y'all being here. It's been your boy TGK here with Sticks, here with Big J, and here with Sylvester. Look at him. I just woke him up too. Anyway, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Been your boy. We out. Let's go, Mavs. Hurry up. New season so we can have something to talk about. Bye.